Okay, so once again, welcome and congratulations for joining us tonight. And sa mga hindi pa Pancake user, welcome pa rin po kayo dito sa Pancake natin. Okay, sa Pancake community. And congratulations dahil nasama kayo sa isang community na aiming to help everyone na mag-grow yung business, 'di ba? Kasi maraming community diyan na pwede naman nating salihan, but nandito kayo ngayon. Okay? So as a refresher, so Pancake is an ecosystem na ito yung mga platform na meron tayo na pwede ninyong magamit for your business. Kahit anong business ka man ngayon, nasa e-com ka man or yung tipong pagbebenta ng mga gen merch or nasa ano ka man, nasa MLM, nasa booking industry, travel and tours, real estate, car sales agent, kung ano man yung business ngayon. So ano nga tayo para at least maging aware din kami no kung ano yung current business nyo ngayon. Okay lang ba pa-type down below kung ano yung business ninyo? Para ano na din, makilala na din natin yung isa't isa. Kasi isa din sa kagandahan no, na having this kind of events or program is yung makilala mo din yung ibang online business owners. Malay mo yung katabi mo ngayon sa Zoom natin no. Yan pala yung magiging soon supplier mo, 'di ba? MLM, yan. Nasa skincare and car insurance. How about yung iba? Digital agency, law. Wow! Real estate. Grabe, Sir Jeffrey ha? Dami. Real estate and progress gym. Nice. Plano ko talaga din mag-gym, no? Pero andyan yung tinataban with Sadia. Beauty and wellness product exclusive distributors. Maganda kasi may distributor ka na din. Yan, life insurance. Okay, clothing line. So nasa iba't ibang tayo ngayon no, nasa iba't ibang industry tayo ngayon. And me personally, bukod sa I am part of the Pancake, I have a side hustle also in drop shipping which is focused on health and wellness. Kaya nakaka-relate tayo sa mga nasa health and wellness diyan. Printing and packaging. Yeah. So welcome no and thank you so much for dropping down your industry and I am very grateful na nakikipag-communicate kayo with me para ma-maintain natin yung energy until the end. Okay? So this is the platform Pancake for managing your inquiries. Instead na sa Meta Business Suite tayo magsasagot, sa Pancake na po. Which is dito mangyayari yung centralized na pag-manage ng inquiries. And Botcake naman, so sa mga hindi familiar ng chatbot, meron ba ditong hindi pa gumagamit ng chatbot? Pa-type ng 1 if hindi ka pa gumagamit ng chatbot. Yun, wala. Okay, meron. So totally yun, no? Nasa na tayo ngayon, more on nasa AI, na tayo, AI generation. So if you're not using or you are not maximizing the tools na makakatulong sa inyo to increase your sales, baka mapag-iwanan kayo. Okay? So, huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi pa naman huli ang lahat. So, Botcake is a chatbot, which is, it is totally free. Okay? Sa mga nag-type ng 1, no? Pwede kayong gumamit ng chatbot, pwede kayong mag-set up ng chatbot for your Facebook page na walang cost. Okay? So careful kayo sa sobrang daming chatbots na nagsilabasan ngayon na yung iba is overpricing pa na meron naman kayong may-utilize na totally free. Wala pang limit. Okay? Yan. So what's the catch? Just to help you na magkaroon kayo ng sistema to boost your sales. Okay? So ganun ka-generous si Pancake free na yung training, nagbibigay pa ng mga free platforms or free systems na makakatulong sa inyo. Saan kayo makakanap nun? Di ba? So Botcake is a chatbot, okay? Tapos Pancake POS naman is for the inventory, order, warehouse, and even centralizing your product management in across platform. So Pancake POS, point of sales. So if you're looking for a warehouse management, Pancake. If you're looking for an order management, POS. Okay, Pancake POS. If you're looking for inventory management, we have Pancake POS. So we can sync Shopee, Lazada, TikTok, even Shopify. So gawin natin centralize yung management ng orders mo. Nang sa ganon, makikita mo talaga yung growth ng business mo. Hindi mo na kailangan na mag-manually compute pa, kumusta pala yung business ko. Makikita mo rin individually kung saang platform ka mas maraming benta. So, and take note, Botcake, it's free. Pancake POS, it's totally free. Di ba? So, dalawang free na. Okay? And we have also Webcake. Webcake is a landing page builder that you can use to create your landing page or your website if you are planning to create a website. Minsan kasi may mga leads tayo na mahilig bumili sa website. Yung tipong ayaw nila ng maraming usap-usap. Kasi ako ganun ako. Ayoko ng maraming usap-usap. Bili na ako ng bili sa website. Kasi meron naman talagang ganun. Meron ding mga na more on nakikipag-usap mo na, nakikipag-communicate mo na. Depende rin po naman yan sa offers na binibigay mo. So with Cake, you can build your own landing page or website for free. Di ba? Ang galing. Store Cake naman, it's an alternative of Shopify, which is you can create a more in-depth or more function, maraming functions na website. Yan, for multiple products. So this is a good platform for multiple products. Ito nga lang is meron siyang separate subscription fee at mura lang naman siya compare sa other platform. And lastly, we have CRM, no? Sa mga diyan, nasa real estate, nasa car insurance, mga insurance, mga booking industry. Yan. So if you are offering services, so CRM is for you. So this is very customizable depende sa needs ng business mo. Yan. So, and it's also totally free kaya pwede niyo yang magamit. 'Di ba ang galing? Ang dami nating platforms na pwedeng magamit to boost our business. And kagandahan pa, hindi mo kailangan gumastos ng thousands of pesos para makapagsimula. If you want to start in chatbot, no cost. It's free. If you want to start on inventory management, POS, it's free. Yeah. So, landing page, it's free. So Pancake, so sa mga hindi aware, Pancake starts with 450 pesos per month. Saan kayo makakahanap ng ganong sistema na sobrang dami tapos 450 pesos per month lang siya mag-start? Di ba? Kaya yun, if you are not using Pancake yet, I recommend na start to explore it. Explore ka muna para makita mo kung ano yung pwedeng maitulong sa'yo. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce to you our speaker for tonight. At nandito na ba? Let me check pala kung nandito na. Bakit nga pala Iyan. Ito. So our speaker for tonight, no? Mr. Chris Hermoso, and it is very an honor na makasama natin siya tonight. Kasi hindi lang siya nasa digital marketing na siya with more than 8 years na. Kalayan mo 'yon? Yung mag-share sa atin ng ngayon, ng knowledge ngayon, ng skills ngayon, ng strategies ngayon, has an experience already. Yung tipong yung ituturo na it's not just from a theory, but from an applied knowledge. 'Di ba? Yung tipong in-apply na talaga niya. And bukod sa 8 years of more than 8 years of experience, the amazing part pa dito is he is certified FB Blueprint and Google Ads Academy. 'Di ba? Certified. Okay? And currently po, bago ko sa bago ko ipasa sa kanya yung microphone, no? Currently, he's an app marketing manager with Smart Communications. 'Di ba? Smart Communications. Kaya nasa Smart Communication na company. Hindi basta-basta yan. Okay? Exciting ba? Sino dito excited na matuto pa kung ano yung mga pwede nating matutunan sa ituturo ni Sir Chris Hermoso for tonight? Ipa-type nga ng 1 para ma-excite din yung speaker natin ngayon. 'Di ba? Even me, mag-type din ako ng 1 kasi excited din ako eh. Yan. Okay, so yun, let me introduce to you Sir Chris Hermoso, our guest speaker for tonight, and siya yung mag-share sa atin ng additional knowledge, no, for Facebook ads. Wait, bakit naghahang yung Zoom ko? Okay. Andyan na ba si Sir Chris? Yeah. Asa ko muna yung host pala. So pasensya na, nagkaroon lang ng technical error. Yeah. Okay. Sandali ako yung ano. Miss Rizel, andyan ka ba?
Yes, sir.
Iyan. Sige, kindly assist nga po, Miss Rizel, kasi naghang yung Zoom ko. I don't know why. But everything I click is not responding.
Ayan, so multiple participants can share. Can you access po, Sir Chris? Can you
Ayun.
Zoom link?
As to unmute ko muna. As to unmute ko. Ayan. Hindi ka namin naririnig, sir. Hindi pa. Still not, sir.
Hello? Ayan.
Ayun. Yan.
Yun. Sige, let me try
Good
share my
evening.
screen. Ayan. So hi guys, thank you. Thank you Sir Belly and Miss Rizel for inviting me over. Can you guys see my screen now? Ayan. So, thank you Sir Belly for that introduction and Miss Rizel for inviting me. So hi guys, I'm Chris Hermoso. So as Sir Belly mentioned, currently I am also a digital marketing consultant and working right now as an app marketing manager for Smart Communications. So if you guys have ever tried or used the Smart app for BC Giga Life, so ako bahala doon. But for this specific webinar or meeting, we will dive deep into Meta ad marketing campaigns or the setup itself for Meta. And so if you can see my screen, I am actually inside the Meta Ads Manager. So given the time limit that we have, I have decided to simply dive right in kasi this specific screen and dashboard is what you will also see once you have created your account and have tried. Yun nga, as many of you mentioned before, gumagawa na rin kayo ng ads. But for those na bago pa lang, ito yung makikita nyo. So for the Meta Ad Manager, what does it look like? Okay, so this is the dashboard itself. So wag nyo lang muna pansinin yung mga other account errors or in drafts because this is a demo account. Yan. So we can see that the Meta Ads Manager dashboard comprises of three things: a campaign, an ad set, and an ad. So ano ba ibig sabihin ng tatlong ito? So Sir Belly, if the audience also has any questions, please feel free to unmute or Ms. Rizel to let me know. Okay?
Okay,
Yan.
sir.
So we start when we create a campaign or an ad campaign for a click to message campaign, we start with a campaign itself. So ano ba ang laman ng isang campaign? So a campaign comprises of ad categories as well as your buying type and campaign objective. So we will go through this one by one. So for special ad categories, if your ads or if what you are selling is related to credit cards, employment, caliber ba kayo, job street ba kayo, housing. So this is more specific to our um, friends here na real estate ang related or parenta. Social issues, elections, or politics. So these last three are more specifically related if you run ads for politicians. So most likely hindi naman as business owners, but we will focus on these three. There are specific requirements by Facebook na kailangan natin in order to run ads for these categories to declare natin para maging fair at balanced yung system ni Facebook. So for this sample, dadaanan natin siya. So tatanong lang natin, may kinalaman ba yung ads natin sa credit cards, auto loans, mortgage? If hindi, we just click no. So employment naman, ayan, if your business is in line with full-time, part-time jobs or job hunting, etc., job fairs? Yes or no? We click no. Same then with housing. Nagpaparenta ba tayo? Are we a homeowners association? Do we provide housing-related services or goods? Or if hotel tayo or gym or resort, hindi naman kailangan. So we click no. Eto naman related yun nga to social issues, elections, politics. Most likely hindi. So we will click no. We will always need to indicate if we are included in these 4 categories for our ads to run successfully. Kasi kung hindi, ang mangyayari ay magra-run ka ng campaign, malilito minsan si Facebook or malilito minsan si algorithm, baka biglang ma-block yung ads natin, biglang hindi mag-run or magra-run ng limited lang. So part din kasi of running Facebook ads is to know kung pasok tayo dyan sa mga specific categories na related sa ating business. Kasi not all campaigns or not all categories are allowed in Facebook. Kaya if you notice, di ba, kunyari dating, gambling, pogo, bawal yun. Or yung iba nakatakas. So there are certain ad categories na hindi pinapayagan ni Facebook. We can dive into this later, pero for the purposes of this demo, we will just click no. Ayan. We can also see here kung i-declare natin siya, so hindi. Now, punta tayo dito sa more interesting na concern, the campaign objective. So, for business owners, usually alam natin na meron tayong either sales or marketing funnel. So, ang click to message ay nagpo-fall under engagement or gitna. These are campaigns na specific for consideration. Meaning na kung awareness ka, hindi pa alam ng katauhan kung that you're there to serve them either with your product or with your service. Hindi pa nila alam kung sino ka at kung ano yung brand mo. Versus a campaign na you're asking them to consider you via traffic and engagement or lead. The last campaign, perhaps this is more advanced na kung nagra-run tayo ng e-commerce or nagra-run tayo ng sales-related or revenue-related campaigns, dito na natin ipapadala sa either app promotion, kung nagra-run kayo ng apps, or sales or leads. Ayan. So for the purpose of this demo, we will only take engagement. Why? Bakit ba kailangan natin gamitin yung engagement kahit na alam naman natin na magre-run tayo ng click to message? Bakit kailangan pa rin engagement ay piliin natin imbes na awareness, traffic, leads, etc.? The reason for this is that how Facebook, how Meta organizes their algorithm is it will send your ads to people who are most likely to do this objective. So, papadala nila sa mga taong that will most likely message your campaign. So, how? So, how, di ba? And we will see with the ad set and the ads. Kasi ito, sinasabi lang natin kay Facebook, papadala natin siya sa mga tao that is most likely to engage with us in terms of messaging. It does this based on the actions of previous users. So, for example, kung ikaw, nag-message ka na ng tao before, pag nakita ka ng ad, most likely papasok ka sa category na to versus taong nakita ng ad sa Shopee. Sa Shopee or sa Lazada, nagsuscroll ka on your mobile or web device at dumiretso ka sa Shopee. So papadalin ka most likely sa sales or a promotion kasi ginawa mo siya in the past. Ginawa mo na siya dati in the past. That is why it is sending you to this specific ad. Okay. So now we know how important it is to set the campaign. So campaign is the what, ano ba yung objective natin. Next is something that is deeper, which is the who, the what, the where, and the how much. Ito na ang ad set. So for Meta, what ad set is it asks you where do I send, where do I show my ad, who do I show my ad, how much do I spend, and hanggang kailan ko siya ira-run. So for the purpose of this campaign, we will show click to message ads. For a click to message campaign, iba ang sponsored message. Sponsored message are yung nakikita mong banners na lumalabas pag nag-open ka na ng Messenger or WhatsApp. So click to message are ads that appear or show habang nagsuscroll ka ng Facebook or Instagram na may call to action na message mo ako. Okay. Ayan. After that, it will ask you to choose a page. So hindi ka pwede, you cannot run any sort of campaigns pag wala ka pang presence on Facebook. That is also important if you have multiple social channels. So specific, for example, for this campaign, meron tayong IG page, meron tayong Facebook page. And kung meron din tayong WhatsApp account, because if you did not know, since 2012, ang WhatsApp ay pagmamay-ari na ng Meta. Binili na nila. That's how big their network is. Kaya there is an option here to connect your account. Okay? Yan. Okay. Next is the goal. So right now, for the purpose of this campaign, we can leave this maximize number of conversions. Conversions meaning maximize the number of people that message us with our ads. For the cost per goal, this is an advanced strategy. If may gusto kang hit, kunwari, gusto ko lang mag-spend for every 50 pesos, at least isang magme-message sa akin. Pero for the purpose of this basic run-through, we will leave it at blank for now. There are also other options, pero hindi na natin siya muna dadaanan. Kasi these are for advanced media buyers and business owners na alam kung kailan nila, ano yung goal nila at kung kailan lang nila gusto magbayad. If we change, the reason for that is if we change this, baka kasi hindi mag-spend or mag-run ang ads natin. Kasi kunwari gusto lang natin piso or 1 peso per message, pero hindi confident si algorithm that it can hit one person at magme-message kagad siya sa'yo. Hindi na lang siya magra-run. Kaya iba-blanko natin siya. Okay. Ito naman, very basic, budget and schedule. So budget is how much are we willing to spend or pay for this campaign. And schedule is kailan mo siya itatakbo. For business owners and marketers, may mangyayari or please take note na if walang nakaset na end date, your campaign will run forever hanggang i-charge ka ni Facebook. Pag blinangko natin to, ang mangyayari ay it will run and Facebook or Meta will keep on charging you hanggang katapusan, hanggang baka mag-maximum na yung card mo or maubusan na yung credits na allowed sa'yo. Okay. Ayan. Ad spending limits are here to basically limit how much we are spending for this specific ad set. And next are the audience controls. Where are we showing the ad to? Ito na yung where and who. Dito natin makikita yung location, ang minimum age, or if mas advanced tayo and gusto natin kalikutin ang targeting metrics mismo, we can set this to manual. At ang manual, makikita mo na pati ang age, ang gender, at ang psychographics or detailed targeting. These include interests, these include job titles, these include other things na based sa activity ng user. Okay? If you notice here, sa isang ad, gumawa ako ng dalawang ad set. Bakit kaya? So very important for marketers is at least you have two sets of audiences. One is for prospecting, meaning ito yung mga taong new. Hindi pa sila nag-engage sa'yo, hindi pa siya bumibili sa'yo, hindi pa siya nag-message, hindi pa siya nagla-like, nagpa-follow, nagsasubscribe. Kasi we want to hit new people. But at the same time, gusto mo rin tamaan yung mga taong kilala ka na at mas mataas yung chance na mag-engage with you, whether it is a purchase, a click to message, or a video view. That is why meron ditong retargeting at prospecting. Retargeting, in this case, just means we're hitting these users that have engaged with us in the past. Meaning, yun nga, nag-message na sila atin before, nag-interact na sa atin before. Versus ito na walang kaalam-alam. Ang prospecting ay very close to awareness. Awareness siya, pero gusto mo na kagad mag-message. Versus a retargeting audience, nakilala ka na. In my experience, talagang mas mataas ang success rate ng retargeting. Pero mas mabilis din siyang maubos. Meaning, after the course of a certain time period, mas mataas yung costs mo. Kasi as you are hitting the same audience over and over again, liliit at liliit yung pool size mo at lalong magmamahal. Kasi if you are looking for example, Metro Manila, aged 18 to 35, malaki yan. Maraming tao sa Metro Manila, aged 18 to 35 versus taong pumunta sa page natin in the last 90 days. Sabihin natin, mas maliit siya sa buong scope ng Metro Manila. Okay. Next, punta tayo sa still at the audience. Nasa location pa rin tayo. Sa location, we can include or include locations. So in this case, we are targeting the whole of the Philippines. So for example, if we want to zoom in further, we can just simply enter the location. Kunwari, Metro Manila. Lalabas siya dito. Ayan. At magbabago na siya. So it is not targeting the Philippines anymore. It is only targeting Metro Manila. As we change any of these options sa audience, magbabago yung definition natin. Ibig sabihin, lalaki siya or liliit depending sa options natin. Good rule of thumb is to keep it in the green. Pag broad, masyadong malaki. Mura, pero masyadong malaki. Pag specific, baka nga bumili, pero masyadong mahal. Okay? Ayan. Next is the age. So, for Facebook, di ba may minimum age tayo to target? We cannot target. So, kung nagta-target tayo dyan ng mga mothers, ng mga snacks para sa bata, unfortunately, hindi natin sila mata-target mismo because of Facebook's terms of service, but we can target their mothers. Kaya ang minimum dito, 18 parate. And to not be related sa age, ang maximum dito ay 65 plus. Okay, when that is for the age. Genders naman are, of course, male and female or both. Also, to add to this, paano ba nalalaman ni Facebook kung nasaan tayo at kung ano yung age tsaka gender? This is based kung ano linagay natin nung nag-register tayo kay Facebook itself. Kaya kung naglagay ka ng birthday mo, malalaman niya na yung age mo. Kung naglagay ka ng gender mo, malalaman niya na yung gender mo. For locations, this is based kung saan ka nag-login, huling nag-login. Kaya nalalaman ni Facebook kung nasaan ka or nasaan most likely yung tao. Kaya pag may Facebook app ka, most likely tayo lahat naka-Facebook app, nagre-refresh siya roughly every 8 to 16 hours habang ginagamit mo siya. So nalalaman ni Facebook kung nasaan ka. Pero if pansin mo kung kaka-flight mo lang, kakalipad mo lang, may nakikita ka pa ng ad ng, kunwari nag-travel ka internationally, nakakita ka ng ad ng China kahit na nasa Pilipinas ka na kasi merong delay. Hindi siya real-time na real-time. Okay? Yan. Ito naman here, specific to detailed targeting. How does Facebook know? Kasi for this specific demo campaign, what if we run a Lazada 77 sale na click to message? So for this, di ba, we're targeting new people in the PH na fans ng Star Wars. So kunwari, ito yung linagay natin. Interested sa Star Wars, mahilig sa Logitech, mouse, and keyboard. So these are based on your usage as a user sa Facebook. Ikaw, paano ka gumamit ng Facebook? Ano yung mga linalike mo? Ano yung mga pina-follow mo? Ano yung mga sinishare mong status? Ano yung mga pinopost mo even sa Messenger? May mga keywords ka ba na sinasabing na, tol, tignan mo yung mouse na to, or may sale si Lazada, bibili ako ng keyboard. Nalalaman ni Facebook yun. And that's how they can add detailed targeting here. So it's not just interests. Meron ditong demographics. Nag-aral, saan ka nag-aral, saan ka nagtapos, may life events ka ba, are you a parent? It is also based on interests like this and behaviors. Ayan, so alam kung gaano ka active ka sa Facebook, yan, diyan ginagamit yung data mo. Kung sinabi mo bang kasal ka, kung nasal mong may anniversary ka, etc. Ayan. Or kung may specific kang ayaw tamaan. Kunwari, ayaw mo ng mahilig sa Game of Thrones, ilalagay mo siya dito sa exclusions. Yan. Last naman pala is for languages. Languages is just based on kung ano yung settings mo pag gumagamit ka ng Meta or Facebook. Sorry, Instagram, Meta, and Facebook. So this is based on your settings. Diba? So yan. Ito, ang who, now, and nandito na yung when and how much. Lastly, ang placements. Saan mo siya tatamaan? So for beginners, ideally gamitin natin yung Advantage Plus. Meaning, depende kung ano yung ad na linagay mo or ginamit mo, Facebook or Meta will maximize based on their ad inventory. Kasi for example, kung gumamit ka ng image, there is only a certain number of slots available para sa picture versus a certain number of slots available for a video or a story. Kaya siya ganun. Pero if you are an advanced user and you are very specific na gusto ko sa Facebook lang, ayoko sa Instagram. Kasi kunwari hindi naman pagkain or hindi destination ang pinapalabas ko. Or gusto ko sa Messenger lang para hindi na sila lumabas. So, click to message on Messenger. Nandito siya sa placements. For devices, this is specific to if you want to run sa PC lang ba or sa cellphone lang ba. What I recommend is to keep it on kasi the more you set this to advantage placements or rather than manual, the cheaper it will be. Kasi liniliitan mo yung audience size mo. Pero it also depends kung gaano ka kasanay sa ads mo, gaano ka mature na ang ads mo na alam mo hindi ako kumikita masyado pag naroon ako kay Instagram versus kay Facebook. Kaya ko siya i-off. And specific to the major platforms, dito mo may isa-isa. Mayroon din namang demo kung paano mo makikita. Specific to the feed kasi tingnan mo, hindi lang Facebook feed, may profile feed din. May Instagram, may marketplace, 'di ba? There are so many options. Pero the good thing is that depending din sa available mo na creative, naka-auto click na siya. Lalo na pag ang ginamit mo ay advantage. Okay? There is a question here na paano pag limited lang yung budget natin. So if limited lang yung budget natin, what I ideally recommend sa atin is nagmamadali ba tayo sa time or hindi? Kasi when we set up campaigns like this, ideally, you set up a campaign and wait for it to hit at least 50 to 100 messages. Bakit ba? Kasi mahirap makapag-decide sa very liit na sample size. In statistics kasi, tinatawag itong statistically significant na meaning na pag inulit ko ba yung campaign na to using the same targeting, the same creative, etc., same din ba kaya yung results na makukuha ko? If the higher the number, the more safer it is na repeatable yung results mo and pwede mo siya i-scale. Scale meaning, pag dinagdagan ko, same pa rin ba? So, it depends talaga. Kasi the 50 to 100 na messages will also depend on what you're selling for how much. Kasi hindi ka naman mag-expect na pag nagbebenta ka ng kotse na 300,000 or 1 million, na magra-run ka lang ng ad na 1,000, di ba? Kasi iba-iba yung mga produkto na binebenta natin, iba-iba yung mga buying periods, di ba? Pag bumili ka ng delata sa grocery, iba naman siya pag bumili ka ng insurance. Iba siya pag bumili ka ng bahay, di ba? So, it depends on your timeline. Okay. Yan. I'm checking kung meron pa tayong mga ibang questions. So far, mukhang wala naman. And finally, kung alam na natin yung objective, going back again, kung alam na natin yung who, what, where, how, and how much, finally, pupunta na tayo sa ad. So sa ad is what will your advertisement actually look like? Ang end user, yung makakita, yung magsuscroll. Ano ba yung makikita nila? Ano ba talaga yung makikita nila? Okay? Babalikan ko pa lang muna also, one of the best practices is to have naming conventions when you set up a campaign. Why? Kasi pag sinet up mo siya at pag nakita mo at ang dami mong rinarun na campaign, hindi mo na alam which is which. The reason for naming conventions is for at a glance, makikita mo na, okay, yung rinarun ko na to 7/7 sale lang, tsaka click to message lang. So you name it after an objective, a theme, or a period pag campaign. For the ad set naman, you name it if it's a new or old audience, and ano yung placement niya. Kunwari, Facebook only, Instagram only. 'Di ba? Para pagkita mo pa lang, bago ka mag-adjust, bago mo i-stop, bago mo i-duplicate at i-scale up, alam mo na kung ano yung ginagalaw mo. Pero pag hindi ka sure, there is always this button. When you click on your ad to edit or ad set or campaign, there is always this button. So if ikaw or asawa mo or business partner mo or team mo, makikita mo who changed the ad. When was it last changed? Since ang demo na to is a draft only, wala kang makikita kasi hindi pa siya nagla-live, hindi pa siya nag-run. Okay? Ayan. And finally, pupunta na tayo sa ad. So ayun nga, ad. What does your ad look like to the end user? For this, a best practice that I would suggest is to, in the first place, name if it is a boosted post, meaning pinost mo na siya on your page, or is it an ad na ginawa mo from scratch? Kasi there is a difference. There is a good and bad, not necessarily bad, or challenges for both. Kasi when you boost a post, meaning meron siyang organic na results based sa mga taong nakakita at nag-engage, at meron din siyang paid results. Versus an ad na paid lang ang makikita mo. Hindi ka na malilito. Saan ba nanggaling yung taong bumili? Ad lang siya. So most likely, bumili siya dahil nakita niya yung ad ko versus a boost. So for the boosted post na mention din ni Sir Belly, paano ba yung setup niya? So here, we will turn partnership off kasi we are not integrating naman with another page. Ito yung pag malaki ka na at gusto mo makipag-X deal, gagamit ka ng post ng iba. Kaya siya nandito. And run ads with both creators, brands, and other businesses. For the purpose of this demo, naka-off siya automatically kasi we are using our own post and boosting it. So for this, use an existing post. For the creative, pipiliin natin kung anong post, saan ba siya nanggaling. Pinost ba natin siya sa Facebook, sa Instagram, or etc. Pwede mo siyang i-search depending kung na-publish mo na siya before or isa-schedule mo pa lang. So for example, ito. For the purpose of this demo, this page kasi is more about gaming. Kaya puno ng mga Left 4 Dead, Genshin Impact, at etc. yung laman niya. Ayan. Then afterwards, as you change your creative or your boosted post, makikita mo na yung preview niya dito sa kabila. Ano ba yung itsura niya pag i-run ko na siya? Ano yung itsura niya natively? Ayan, ganyan siya. At makikita mo rin sponsored kung sa Instagram, kung in-stream lang, kung sa mobile lang, and sa stories or reels lang. So dito mo siya makikita bago pa siya mag-live. Makikita mo rin yung call to action mo as well as any of the text that you are using. Okay. Ayan. And ito pala ang isang pinaka-importante since we are running click-to-message ads and it is specific only to click-to-message ads. Ito ang message template. Kasi once the people that see your ad actually click to message, ano yung lalabas? Kasi as Sir Billy mentioned, pwede natin i-integrate ang isang automated chat or chatbot. Kung may partner app tayo, pwede rin natin siya i-integrate. Or kung we're starting from scratch, pwede tayong gumawa ng a bit of canned spills or replies na kadalasan itatanong ng audience pagkakita nila yung post. Like siguro how much, what are the features, and kunwari may return policy ba to, kunwari kung e-commerce ka. And pag ipapadala naman natin sila offsite, meron din tayong tracking. Pero this is more advanced and these are mostly used pag katulad ko na may sariling digital consultant or marketer. Ayun. So this is the setup when we are looking to boost an already existing post. So paano naman pag-add? Pupunta tayo dito sa sample. Pag add naman, we still turn off the partnership. But ang gagamitin natin ay create ad na option. Ngayon, tatanungin ka kung single image lang ba or video or gusto mo magmukhang parang Lazada or Shopee, which is a carousel, yung dikit-dikit na 2 or 3 video. Then afterwards, mag-update tayo. We add an image or video for the purpose of this. Gagamit tayo ng already existing, kunwari eto. Ayan. Na image, makikita mo yung preview, kung ano yung itsura niya, if it's on the feed ng Facebook at Instagram, kung lalabas siya sa story at reel, at kung makikita mo siya sa search results. For this, pwede mo siyang paglaruan, pero kung ginawa na siya ng creative team mo, department, or na-edit nyo na, I would suggest na we leave optimizations off kasi gagamitan siya ni Meta or ni Facebook ng AI. Kasi baka iba na yung itsura niya pag lumabas at makita ng user. Yan. After that, makikita mo siya. Pwede mo pang palitan. Specific to feeds, in streams, video reels, etc. For an ad created from scratch, may lalabas na headline, may lalabas din na description. So, kunwari, ganyan. pwede natin gamitan ng AI. Kunwari, ayan. As we change this, papalit din siya dito sa mga previews na ginawa natin. At ganun ulit. Ano yung call to action natin? Since click to message siya, send message. Or kung gym ka, pwedeng apply now or book now. Or kung shows ka, pwedeng get quote or inquire. At marami naman tayong updates. Kahit na magsisimula siya sa message, marami tayong mga call to actions na pwedeng palitan. Ayan. And with that, I think this is a very, very quick and basic demo or run-through ng campaign setup. Sir Belly, meron ba tayong mga tanong from our audiences? Baka hindi ko siya nataanan or masyadong mabilis.
Iyon. Thank you so much, Sir Chris, for showing us on how to create talaga yung yung campaign from start, di ba? So sobrang key takeaways ko talaga sa session natin ngayon is yung declaration of our ads. Kasi ako kapag nagraran ako ng ads, sir, talaga dire-diretso na. Hindi ko na dinadaanan yung yung sa declaration. So, sobrang helpful pala nun to identify
Tas
Facebook
magtataka ka
na
bakit hindi gumagana yung ads mo or bakit biglang nade-decline, 'di ba? Kasi
oo nga.
part na of running ads is alam natin yung policies ni Meta at alam natin policies ni Google kasi minsan maarte sila or for safety din natin nang tayong gumagamit ng platform, baka kasi kailangan natin i-declare para alam din nila. Oo.
Oo nga eh. Kaya yun, thank you so much for showing that, no? So yung iba, yung mga key takeaways ninyo for our session for tonight? Yan. So even me, nagrara ako ng Facebook, talagang meron pa rin akong hindi alam, di ba? Kaya very helpful din talaga itong mga ganitong sessions. Okay, so dito is merong nagtanong pala regarding sa error pala tong sinasabi niya na limit ng ad budget. Siguro ito yung yung nasa taas ng ads na your ads will stop something like that because you will hit the budget limit o mga ganon.
Pag ganun, uh, this is not specific to the ad campaign but on your payment settings kasi inuunahan ka na minsan ni Facebook na ayaw kanyang biglang mapagastos ng sobra at magagalit ka. So either it is a setup that lalagay mo sa payment mo or billing mo na pwede mo siyang i-adjust there or baka related siya sa audience mo. Kasi bigla magugulat ka na lang minsan nagsa-stop yung ads natin, no? Pero baka nandoon siya sa payments and billing. So makikita kasi natin siya sa leftmost screen and pwede din natin siyang puntahan. Let me try sharing again para makita natin. Ayan. So kasi kung napansin nyo, marami pang tools si Facebook or si Meta sa marketing. Pag nagre-report, pag gusto mong mag-dive deep talaga, kilala mo na yung audience mo na binibuild mo. Pero specific siguro sa user na to, nandito siya sa billing and payments. Kasi dito kung saan ka naglalagay ng credit card details mo and methods mo, pwede siya dito. Try nating hanapin. Most likely nasa account siya. Kunwari yan, naka-disabled pala yung credit card mo for the purpose of this demo account. Kaya siya nag-stop, nag-fail ng payment. Pwede kasing pinigilan ng bangko mo kasi hindi siya sure na parating may limit ka lang na 1.5. Every 1.5 babayaran ko yung payment, yung Facebook payments ko. Pero yung campaign ko pala 50,000. So sa isang araw, more than 10 times na siyang sumubok mag-charge, 'di ba? So pwedeng dito rin siya na natatakot yung bangko mo, akala niya fraud siya, tapos biglang sinastop. So if it's payments related, try niyong puntahan yung billing and payments. If it's related to the ads itself na parang may error siya na hindi pinayagan, na decline, pwede mo siyang puntahan sa notifications or sa campaigns kasi sasabihin naman um, ng dashboard itself. Pero if it's related sa ganito, for example, for this, ayan, account error siya. Account error siya kasi hindi na siya related sa ads na binild natin pero most likely sa payments na setup natin or kung
Payments
may limit
na.
tayong linagay. Oo. Pag ganyan, I'd suggest din na contact siguro your account manager or someone like me para matignan natin kasi iba-iba siya eh. Iba-iba siya per segment na tina-target mo or baka yun nga payments din siya or sa ad itself kasi baka mamaya gusto mo nang kumalaban kay Bumble, 'di ba, kay Tinder. Nag-set up ka ng ganong ad tas bawal pala, 'di ba?
Yes, yes. So yun no, more on sa mga ganito kasi mga errors talaga minsan iba-iba yung reasons ni Facebook. Kaya minsan hindi rin natin masabi kung ano yung proper solutions. But for me also is kontakin yung kontakin yung support. Grabe. Contact na support na lang po para at least assist ka talaga nila. So
Yes,
far
correct.
mm, sobrang helpful din naman yung mga support minsan kapag lalo-lalo na kapag mga technicals no, very helpful talaga yung support ng Meta for terms of technical.
Oo.
Yeah. So yung
May
iba
nakita din
dito,
ako, Sir Belly, na na may nagtanong si Richard, ano pinagkaiba ng auction sa reservation? So siguro kaya kong daanan 'yan. Nag-raise
sige.
din ng hand si Miss May, pero sagutin ko muna yung kay Sir Richard. So ang
Mhm.
pinagkaiba ng auction sa auction is real time. Nakikipaglabanan ka sa other ads in real time, meaning na kung ang binid nila, 'di ba in-off natin kanina yung conversion limit. Ibig sabihin dahil naka-off 'yun, kung mas maganda yung ad mo, mas automatically na tinataas ni Facebook yung bid niya by 1 cent, isang sentimo hanggang manalo ka. Pero kung mas malaki yung budget ng kalaban, sila yung mananalo. Versus reservation na most likely kung nakita mo na 'to, Sir Richard, congrats, malaki yung ginagastos mo kay Facebook kasi hindi lahat ng accounts nakakapag-access ng reservation. In my experience, kadalasan ang mga account na 'to baka in big ticket items, baka binebenta mo kotse, housing, lote, or ahensya ka na. May digital agency ka kasi for you to see this, either matagal na dapat yung ad account mo or gumagastos ka na ng more than 100,000 every month. Pero yun nga, to go back, reservation is kabaliktaran siya ng auction. Nagre-reserve ka na ng inventory ni Facebook in advance. Para kang bumibili ng billboard, binabayaran mo na siya in advance. Pero the thing is, kung binayaran mo siya ng advance, yung ibibigay sa'yo ni Facebook, baka hindi na messages, baka impressions na. Kasi yun lang yung kaya niyang i-promise sa'yo. So nagbabayad ka in advance, usually cheaper, pero hindi na siya for middle or lower funnel goals. Kadalasan awareness lang siya or reach. So ganun po.
Siguro sir no, ito rin is madalas din 'to natanong sa akin Yung tipong yung ibang sir, yung ibang engagement na CTM no, is meron silang yung tipong focus sa maximize number of conversion through messaging apps. Yung iba naman walang ganun. Yan.
Hmm.
Yun yung isa
Pag
sa
yung
hinahanap ko
ikaw
bakit ganun?
nakikita mo lang pero yung sa kaibigan mo wala siyang gano'n, ikaw may gano'n ka ba? Yun ba yun?
Yes. Meron siyang
The
ganun at yung
reason
iba
for
wala.
that is sa I think napansin din natin dito is that kung paano nagro-roll out kasi si Meta ng dashboard nila ay similar din sa issue or sa concern ni Sir Richard. Hindi siya lahat naka-unlocked for everyone. Depends din kasi on how
Mm,
healthy your ad is, magkano ginagastos mo, and kung may saldo ka na ba kay Facebook. So meaning
ayun.
may warning ka na ba? Nagkaroon ka na ba ng tawag dun, ng account error, etc., or wala. So
Mga
sometimes
restrictions.
it's also a mix of that. Kasi the more that you use Meta to advertise, the more na binibuksan nila yun. Or minsan, kasama ka sa A/B test nila. Minsan, di ka sure. Even sa dashboard, nag-A/B test din si Meta. Pati si Google, ganyan din sila. So, ang may mga access ng kadalasan ay mga power users, mga sanay na, Sir Belly, or mga nasa ahensya.
Kaya pala. May ganun. Yan, lastly, no, may tanong dito. Siguro ito na yung last na natin. Yan. Sir Chris, bakit yung FB Marketplace na ads, hindi siya nakiklik? I mean, di po siya ma-change yung age, limit, and interest. And nag-spend ako ng budget like nasa 3K pero konti lang yung bumibili sa items po. Do you have any recommendation for this matter? Okay. Nagra-run siya ng ads inside Facebook Marketplace.
Mm. Ang
Mhm.
tanong dyan, Sir Mark, sa marketplace mo lang ba siya run? So, as mentioned, di ba, kung sa isang platform mo lang siya run or sobrang defined yung audience mo, baka hindi na siya gumagana kasi na-hit niya na lahat ng gusto niyang ma-hit or lahat ng kaya ng budget mo ma-hit. Kaya nagde-decline na siya. Yun ba yung tinatanong natin? Hindi siya, onti na lang yung bumibili? baka kasi dun lang. So, or another reason for that din is what you call ad fatigue. Kung pumunta
Mm.
ka sa campaigns mo and you look at your dashboard, try to look for frequency. So, di ba may reach, may impressions, may amount spent, yun, importante yung amount spent, may frequency. Kasi ibig sabihin nan, baka nagsasawa na yung mga tao sa ad mo. Baka kasi more than 1 to 3 months mo na siyang rinaran.
Mhm.
'Di ba? Kasi oo nga 'no, yung pinagdaanan lang natin how to set up a campaign, hindi pa natin napagdaanan is how to read a dashboard itself, 'di ba? Paano natin
Mm.
basahin yung mga once nag-live na siya. Maybe that can be for another meeting or another
Yes.
na dadaanan.
So yan, nasa Facebook Marketplace. So siguro Sir Mark, try mo i-explore yung ibang placement. So wag ka lang focus sa FB Marketplace kasi mas marami pa din tayong pwedeng makuhang leads or customers in different placement. Yan. So, bumaba din yung algorithm from 14,000 clicks now nasa 169. So tama yung sinabi ni Sir Chris talaga na baka na-hit mo na yung buong pool ng audience mo. Yan.
Mm.
So it's very logical din na nagkakaroon ng ganyan sa Facebook ads. Okay. So yun, I believe na marami tayong mga questions pa but our time is very limited. But thank you so much Sir Chris for giving your valuable time with us na i-share sa inyo i-share sa amin yung knowledge ninyo in terms of setting up your Facebook ad. Sobrang talaga, sobrang daling sundan, no? Diba? Yung tipong pang beginner siya. Then marami din tayong mga takeaways na nakukuha din sa sessions natin for tonight. Yan. So, isa sa tanong, anong magandang bangkong pambayad sa Facebook? Okay, so far for me, I've been using wala namang masyadong regarding sa bangko. In my
Pag
experience.
in my experience din, Sir Belly, to add din,
Mhm.
banks that are digital first, mas madali silang kausap at mas hindi ka siguro papahirapan. So, I might suggest either try Security Bank or Union Bank digital. Pero first and foremost is if credit card ang gagamitin nating pambayad, pwede mo ring tawagan yung bangko mo para hindi siya ma-block in the first place. Kasi yun nga, 'di ba? Kung ang account limit mo, when do I pay Facebook? Every X amount. Usually pag beginner ka, every 10 to 15,000 tas nagtataas siya. Pero 'di ba kung malakas ka talaga gumastos pero yun lang yung limit mo na you pay every 10,000, baka yun nga in a span of a single day. Cha-charge ka 5 beses, akala ng bangko mo fraud. So
Oo
the
nga
best
naman.
talaga is to inform them na pag mayroong charges from this, ako lang 'to. Wag niyo pong i-block. Sayang yung kita, sayang yung leads, 'di ba?
Oo nga naman. May ganun din talaga na mga senaryo. Yun, marami pang question but for this mga follow-up questions, we have a GC. So feel free na i-chat down nyo sa GC natin yung questions and we will answer that also in our GC para makita din ng ibang kasama natin yung magiging sagot ng natin na sagot for that question. Yun, let me share my screen pala. Any additional sir, any additional message to our audience for tonight?
Siguro ito lang pala. Alam ko na risky yung pag-run ng ads in the first place, so magandang aralan natin yung system and also at the same time, we should also check if ads, weird naghaling sa akin pero kailangan niyo din malaman as business owners, if does ads make sense in the first place. Unang-una ba, okay na ba yung mga channels natin, 'di ba? Na-set up mo na ba yung Facebook, Instagram mo? Kailangan mo 'yun. Na-set up mo na ba yung payments mo? Na-try mo na ba yung product market fit mo? Kasi baka mamaya nagra-run ka ng ads pero hindi ka pa nakapagbenta in real life, 'di ba? So sometimes kasi your ads or running ads, paid ads is a rocket ship or a booster for a product and offer a service that is already proven to work and exist. Yun ang pinaka talaga masasuggest ko coming from someone that runs multi-million minsan dollar campaigns na baka
Yeah.
mamaya nagra-run ka pero in the first place hindi chinek ng kliyente. Gusto niya lang mag-ads agad-agad.
Yan, thank you so much for that $1,000,000 idea. No? Kasi ako mismo bagong page, run na agad. Yung tipo hindi pa chinecheck kung magiging sellable ba tong product to. Basta yung feeling na basta i-run ko to ng ads, magkakabenta to. Hindi pala dapat ganun yung mindset. dapat i-test pala talaga dapat. Then i-ready na yung mga ano natin, yung mga platforms na gagamitin natin. Ayan. And also the scripts, no? Kapag wala pa kayong scripts, so don't run ads kasi masasayang yung leads niyo, wala pa kayong spills, hindi pa niyo alam kung paano niyo kakausapin yung mga leads ninyo. Masasayang yung budget ninyo diyan. Okay. So, yun, thank you so much once again, Sir Chris. And para sa ano, no, sa mga nandito, since nabanggit ko kanina na ano, the program of Pancake is to help every business owners na mag-grow yung ano natin, yung bawat business natin, bawat negosyo natin, especially sa mga ano, nandito sa Pancake community. And thank you so much, Sir Chris, for ano, for no, sa pagpayag na maging party ng program natin, yung sa pag-share, no, ano natin, ng knowledge natin. And as of now, I have also an extra bonus, no, para sa lahat. This is also for for everyone na nandito ngayon, extra bonus. And it's totally free, ha. Wala to, wala tong bayad, okay? So we will now give you an access of our recordings from our previous speakers. So especially yung sessions natin for tonight by Sir Chris. Then sa mga planning na magkaroon ng ng landing pages nila, we have also that kind of training, and this trainings replace is also free. So we have also an additional tips on mastering Facebook ads for e-commerce. So sa mga na-focus sa e-commerce diyan. Then we have a return rate sa mga nagbebenta ng product. So we have this kind of training also na ano ba yung mga pwede nating gawin para ma-minimize natin yung yung return rates or yung tipong return to sender rates. Okay? And lastly, sa mga wala pang mga scripts diyan, ano banggit ko kanina, so be ready po. So we have a training, previous training, the scripted sales journey. So lahat ng to is ibibigay namin sa inyo for free, and we are looking forward na mas mag-grow pa yung business ninyo with the help of our trainings and also the system na meron tayo dito sa Pancake. And to access this training, so bigay ko sa inyo yung link, and this is not updated yet kasi hindi ko pa na-upload itong yung training natin with Sir Chris. Yan. And this will be the link for this training, no. Which is isend din naman natin to sa sa GC para at least meron kayong babalikan. So far, kumusta? Kumusta yung natin? Kumusta yung training natin? So this is the link. Okay? Yan, webinar.pancake.ph. Yan. So access nyo lang po yung link na to para makita nyo yung mga replays ng mga trainings natin with our guest speakers para sa program para sa movement natin na bawat Pilipino is mag-success sa kanya-kanyang negosyo. Okay? So if you have questions, we have a GC, and also favor lang din, no, as a thanks natin kay Sir Chris is that if you post your key takeaways sa ating webinar ngayon, so pwede niyo pong itag si Sir Chris na natin. Yan. Okay lang po ba ng ganun? Na let us show some some gratefulness sa natin, sa speaker natin for tonight. Okay lang ba? Yan. So far. Okay. So yun, before tayo mag-end, I would as a favors na sa mga able makapag-turn on ng camera, is it okay na mag-turn on tayo ng camera and saying thanks to Sir Chris, no? So let me allow bakit nga ba Miss Rizel, can you allow unmute all para allow to unmute.
Okay po.
Yeah. Si talaga yung Zoom ko hindi Ayan. So, yun, if okay lang, pwede tayong mag-on ng camera to take a group picture. Ayan, kasama si Sir Chris. Okay, so sobrang grateful natin sa oras na binigyan niya for tonight's. Ayan. Okay, so this will be a screenshot. Ayan, meron pang mga humahabol. Okay, hintayin natin, no, yung mga humahabol. So this is a one page lang naman tayo. Yan. So, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, so yun, thank you so much everyone and good night po no sa mga hahataw pa. So tuloy-tuloy lang tayo sa paghataw and I will send the recordings, access link sa recording natin in our GC. So, sa mga hindi pa kasali sa GC natin, feel free to contact Miss Rizal or me para ma-add natin. Okay. Thank you so much once again Sir Chris and have a good night everyone.
share po yung yung details ni Sir Chris. Ito.
Ayun.
To get
So
in
dito
touch.
pala, so if you want to get in touch with Sir Chris no for consultation, yan para pwede yung tipong patingin ninyo kung ano yung mga possible i-improve pa sa ads niyo. So ito po yung link Gmail niya. So we will send it also in our GC para ma-access niyo po. Okay. Have a good night everyone. Thank you so much and see you sa mga susunod natin na mga webinars.
Good night everyone. Bye-bye.